Vinny Paul.
This is Greg.
We are from Hellyeah! And you're watching and listening to the Pit FM.
Thank you very much. How's Australia been for you guys so far?
Amazing. Besides the temperature being a little warm today, I couldn't complain about one fucking thing. It's been beautiful.
You guys did a couple of sidewaves on the East Coast. How did they go for you?
Awesome, man.
Yep.
I mean, we've been all friends with Zach for years, and we made really good friends with the Holy Grail guys, and the show, the three bands together, was really, really strong. The crowd was awesome. It makes all the difference when the fans show up and they give you everything they got. We had to do a lot of traveling. We went from like Sydney to Melbourne to play a show there, then back to Sydney to do another Sidewave, then back to Melbourne to do the festival. So it was a lot of juggernaut action, but it was awesome.
What have you guys got planned for the rest of 2012 after you leave Australia?
A lot of touring, man. We're looking at going out with Clutch in April back in the States. I don't know if I can say about the other one, but we're going to be touring.
The other one just said, but
touring the summer in the States probably, and at least up until September, August, September.
And we got big plans and aspirations on coming back to Australia.
Yes.
Because it's always been, one of our best territories as Hellyeah. Obviously, Pantera was huge here. Mudvayne did very, very well here. The fans are very receptive to our music. And, between the U.S. and Australia, those are our two biggest territories for Hellyeah. And just love playing here, man. I always say it reminds me of one big Texas, man. People like to drink, they like to barbecue, they like to party, they like the music loud, and you guys got some beautiful women here. There's nothing wrong with coming to Australia, I'll tell you that right now.
Do you guys prefer doing festival shows or doing your own club tours?
They're both great.
Yeah.
Both great. I mean, you can't touch the intimacy of a 5, 6, 7, 800 seat club or even 1,000. Those people are right there. Everybody's moving and feeling the music together. But to be able to play to, like a Donington, 80,000 people or something, you can't beat that energy and vibe of just everybody moving and just seeing people all the way to the back. I mean, it's insane. So they're both great.
You guys have got your new album, Bandit Brothers, I think it's titled, dropping in June. What can, Hellyeah fans expect from that when it comes out?
Sweet, Greg.
I think they can expect us going back to our roots, basically, and kind of mixing up the pot a little bit. We got, taking our influences from Mudvayne, from Pantera, from Methylation, from Damage Plan, basically putting it in a bowl and mixing it up, Coming back to our metal roots. It's more of a metal record. We kind of did our thing on the first two records, just kind of branch out. This is back to some metal, really good groove and riffs, and fans are going to dig it, man. We love it. Fans are definitely going to dig it.
You guys have, being in Pantera and also Mudvayne, have developed a bit of a reputation as being heavy drinkers anywhere you tour, or even when you're back at home. Is there anyone else on the tour that can keep up with you guys, drinking-wise?
No, that was an easy question.
No, that's easy.
There's a few that try. They end up in the emergency room usually, but
they won't even come over and say hi.
We're a pretty dangerous band, but that's what Hellyeah's all about. Taking things to extremes and having fun with what we do. Jesus, I thought I was going to hit the emergency room the other night, man. I don't even remember the flight from fucking Adelaide to Perth, man. I mean, that's getting out there. But the cool thing about the band is that when it's time to get down to business, everybody knows, just a couple of drinks to loosen up is all it takes. The party happens after the show. We get up and deliver, we give them everything we got on stage, and then when that's done, then it's time just to let it all hang out and have a great time.
Being the fact that you guys are classed as what would be called a super group, do you get many people still constantly coming up to you asking about Mudvayne, Pantera, Damage Plan, and Nothing in Face? Yep. Does it happen frequently?
I think we do some, but you realize Hellyeah is a separate entity from us, And that's one of the things that I really was very appreciative from the very start, is that when we put Hellyeah together, the fans were very respectful of the fact that this is a different band from those bands. When me and Don put Damage Plan together, it was a fist fight, man. All they wanted was Pantera, and that was out of our control. These were the cards we were dealt. We were moving on and doing something different. And I don't know if the fans learned something from it or what, but from our very first show that we ever played at Ram's Head Live in Baltimore, we sold out, 1,800 people, you couldn't move, and we played the whole album. We had one record. We played all 12 songs, top to bottom. We did one cover tune, a Queen tune, which ended up being a Metallica tune, Stone Cold Crazy. what did we call it? We call it something else. Stone Cold fucked
Stone
up.
Cold Wasted.
Stone Cold Wasted, that's it. But we used to fucking drill it. We never played a Pantera song. We never played a Mudvayne song. We never played any of the other bands that are associated with this. Nothing Phase, Damage Plan. We've always wanted to stand on our own feet as Hellyeah, and I think we've done a really good job.
Last question. You guys have obviously both been in very established bands beforehand, especially as well Pantera before the internet was such a big commodity. What's your views on the fact that people can just download whole albums for free in a matter of minutes and basically cheating artists out of the money?
It sucks.
Yeah.
It
You
sucks.
know what, man? It's like, I look at it this way. I think if you want to listen to the music or whatever, and you like the music, then you should support the band. Because I mean, I get it to be getting free music, but sooner or later, that band's not going to be around because they can't sell records, or they can't. All they can do is go out and tour, but then they can't tour anymore because they can't have any records and stuff. You know what I mean? So if you really like the band, you should support the band and not be the demise of their career. You know what I mean?
Bands can come out now and sell 45,000, 50,000 records and have a number one fucking record.
That's crazy.
Back in the day, that wouldn't even get you in the top 200. I mean, you couldn't even chart with that, you know? I mean, it's just a totally different world, you know? And I think we're all learning how to adapt to it eventually, you know? But it takes a lot of fucking food out of people's mouths, man, you know? I mean, this is our art. This is all we have, you know? And basically everything's been stolen through that thing, the computer or the internet, except the live show, and you'll never be able to steal that. You know, that's the most beautiful thing about playing live. You can watch it on DVD, or you can do whatever, but there's nothing like being at a fucking festival like Soundwave today and seeing these bands in person, feeling the vibe of the PA being 110 dB and shaking the room and the whole crowd. You'll never be able to steal that. You can't take that away. And, you know, that's why these things are so important, these kind of things. You know, put all these bands together, put all these people together. It's magic stuff.
Last question. Who's been the highlights for you guys to see on this tour?
Highlight to see on this tour. Well, it's hard to say because they're all friends. We toured with just about all of them.
Slipknot, of course.
Yeah, I would say for me, I enjoyed the 2 Sideways shows that we did with Black Label. Zach's such a cool dude, and his whole fucking band's awesome. As Hellyeah, we've never played with them, you know. In other bands, we've all done things together, you know. Obviously, when Zach played guitar for Ozzy, Pantera was out with them. You guys did a tour last year, a couple years ago with them, co-headlining, stuff like that, you know. So it was great shows, you know. It just felt really comfortable, and the whole festival thing is great, but you know, it's so big and spread out. You can't always get from point A to point B, and just being in those little dressing rooms and all of us together, it's a good time.